Hello there. The Chancellor Rishi Sunak is finding out that wealth and public office mix like oil and water, especially when the proletariat is broke. Well, the left found its target for the day. The people don't like those that rule them being wealthy when the UK economy is tanking. And many people on the left don't like wealth in other people's bank accounts, full stop. But those on the left do stop before pointing fingers at their own front benches and their earnings and expenses, don't they? That's far too close to home for comfort. But when the wife of a Tory Chancellor is mega rich and has non-dom status that shields some of her wealth from the UK taxman, then off come the gloves, whatever the ethnicity involved. But I have simple but unpopular questions. Has Akshata Murty, Rishi's wife, broken any laws? Has the ministerial code actually been broken? Are husbands now fully responsible for the actions and the wealth of their wives? Now that would be a throwback, wouldn't it? As I understand it, everyone who needed to know knew of her status, and she pays all the UK tax she's meant to pay. So what's the beef? Unless, of course, this is a quiet, underhand number 10 job to keep the decks clear of potential political competition. Anyway, all I hear from the detractors who want the Tories buried is that it does not matter if the law has been followed, because they think it's immoral, so it's fair game to attack her. As Gabby Hinsliff said in The Guardian, Akshata Murty's non-dom status is totally legal and perfectly toxic for Rishi Sunak. And the left, of course, think that anything without a red rosette on it is immoral. And would they have a go at Murty if she was a card-carrying member of their Labour Party? In fact, would anyone know who she was if she wasn't wife of Rishi? And that's the real point here. Anyway, it seems that if you've got money, it's now immoral to live within the law. Some people have to go further and wear sackcloth and ashes to please the left, even if they've done nothing wrong. Pure politics of envy. Now, one accountant, Richard Murphy, told The Times that he was not challenging anything Murty has done with regard to legality, but he thought she had effectively made an ethically disgraceful choice. So is he of the opinion that she should have just donated her money to the UK? Who else does that? Now, non-dom status has been around for centuries, and as far as I can tell, she meets all the requirements. Not only that, if she remains for another 6 years to complete 15 years living here, she loses her non-dom status anyway. Further, she has to pay the government £30,000 a year to be a non-dom. Now, if Labour supporters are still melting down and so upset, then why didn't the Labour Party through all those years in power change the law? They didn't, so they are as much to blame for this as anyone. So if you want to get at her money to tax her, Labour should have changed the non-dom status and tax laws when they had the chance. So I now expect to see the next Labour Party manifesto clearly tell us that they are going to change the law on taxing non-dom status and how they're going to do it. Or is this all just opportunistic politicking? But Rishi and Akshata maybe do have some questions to answer regarding allegations that they held US green cards during part of Sunak's term as Chancellor, something that usually indicates permanent residency and also throws a bit of murk on their tax affairs. But at the end of the day, we either follow the actual law or we don't. And if you want to make the law more moral, then you have to change the law to do it. But as we keep seeing, there are armies of lawyers, accountants and tax experts who are all required to act legally and ethically, who are out there queuing up to charge large fees to show the mega filthy rich how to avoid the taxman. Where's the ethics and morals in that?